And we are recording. All right, here we go. So we are going to start Unit 2, and this will be Topic 1. And we are going to be graphing systems. That's why your homework the other night had you graphing. Thank you to those who did it. Okay. All right, so 2 important dates. Your first important date, let me rearrange just a second. Here you go. Your first important date is your Unit 2, Topic 1. So just your quiz will be on Tuesday, October 6th. That's when your quiz is. Okay? Your unit test will have 3 topics again. Your Unit 2 test will be October 20th. That's when you'll have all 3 topics on your test. We have some holidays. So, yes. All right, here we go. So let's start with some vocabulary words. The first vocabulary word is the word system. October 20th. What is a system? A system is 2 or more equations with the same variables. What are variables? Letters. Very good. If you don't know, write it down. Variables are letters. So that means if I have an equation with an A, B, and C, all my equations in that problem have to use the letters A, B, and C. Okay, you can't change letters on me. Second vocabulary word, and I'm going to see in a minute who's really paying attention. A solution. The easiest definition for a solution is a what? What's another word for a solution? The answer. Yes, ma'am. Very good. The answer. That's the easiest definition. But what do we mean by it? It's going to be the ordered pair. Ordered pair. What's an ordered pair?
Isn't like the point,
the point on a graph. An ordered pair is just a point on a graph. So an x comma y is an ordered pair, where all lines touch or intersect. All lines touch or intersect. You better make sure that all is underlined. I'm going to trick you in a few minutes. Okay? If you are a person who likes steps, then here are your 3 steps when graphing a system. Number 1, your equation must start with a y. You don't know how to graph otherwise. So it has to be in slope form. Y equals mx plus b, which is what your homework was last night. Number 2, you have to graph
notifications.
all the lines. All the lines that are given, you have to graph.
Also, my notifications.
So if you have 5 lines, you have to graph 5 lines. If you have 3 lines, graph all 3 lines, okay? Number 3 is you state the solution, and your solution must be a point, x comma y. So there are 3 types of solutions. 3 types, and I will move it up in just 1 second so you can see everything. Okay, 3 types of solutions. The first one I can have is if I just have lines and they intersect, and it doesn't really matter how you draw them as long as they intersect. My solution is where these lines intersect or where they touch, x comma y. The second type I can have are lines that look like this. What are these lines called? Parallel. What do we know about parallel lines? They will never touch, they will never intersect. So if they never touch, can I have a solution? So this will be no solution because they do not ever intersect. And the last one, watch as I draw it. If not, it might look confusing. I have a green line. And then when I go and draw my orange line, it just happens to be right on top. So if I have two lines that are right on top of each other, how many times are they touching? Not once. What'd you say, Ari? Infinity. They are touching forever. They never stop touching. So this would be an infinite amount of solutions. They touch for infinity. Okay? So let's work out 3 very quick problems to see if you understand how to find the solution. So if I give you a parabola, and on that parabola I have a circle. How many solutions does that graph have? 2, because it touches 2 times. Purple and orange meet right here, and purple and orange meet right there. There will be 2 solutions. Okay? Now let's say I have a parabola. And on my parabola, I have a diagonal line. And I also have another line. How many solutions does that graph have? I hear 3. I hear what else? You're lying to me. We'll get there. How many do y'all think? Online, Dana, how many do you think?
2.
I hear 4.
3.
I hear
3.
2.
3.
I hear 3. Leland, how many do you say? Leland?
1.
1. Usman, how many do you think?
3.
3. I like Leland's answer. Leland, how did you get your answer?
Only one time do all the lines touch.
Because all the lines have to touch. Every single one of them has to touch. So that's what our definition said. All lines. So I'd write that big. All lines have to touch. So if I put my pencil here, do I have an orange, a green, and a purple line touching? No. Do I have an orange, green, and purple line here? No. Right here, I have an orange, a green, and a purple line. So this only has 1 solution. Does that make sense to us? All the lines have to touch. This one? The first one? Yes, ma'am. All right, last one, and then you're going to do some on your own. So you're going to have the upward parabola. I was about to say parenthesis. Upward parabola, you know what I mean. A downward parabola. And then I'm going to have a line that cuts through the middle. How many solutions does this graph have? Because I have all 3 points that meet right there, and I have all 3 colors that meet right there. All lines have to touch in 1 spot to be considered a solution. Okay? Questions about that? Okay. So here's what we're going to do today. We are going to do a class kick. remember your class kick is not, like, you don't sign up. You just go to student login, okay? Don't close your spirals yet, because it'd be a very smart idea if at the top you write what your class kick code is, because it's going to be the same code for all of Unit 2. So topics 1, 2, and 3 will be in this same thing, okay? So my 6th period class kick code is CF7JP3. And you have to use a first and last name. And you have to remember what you wrote. So I wouldn't use your abbreviations or nicknames, okay? Because you got to use the same name. If you don't, tomorrow when you log in, it'll wipe it all clean and you'll have to start over, okay? So go to class kick. This is 6th period. If you are listening to this on a recording, then you need to go to Schoology and figure out what your class code is. So 6th period